Bubbles. Hi, Bubbles. Where's my little Bubby? Where's my little baby? Where's my little baby? My little baby? My little baby. Here's my little baby. Okay, head. Get on the floor. What's up, dude? If you're wondering why we're posting something that's not a lifting video of us, it's because apparently today is National Fitness Day. And of course it is, because every day is National Something Day, because we must continue to consume. But in the spirit of National Fitness Day, Venom thought it would be a good idea if, hey, let's make a video of a few fitness tips for staying fit and healthy while we're all sheltering in place. Because if you're in California, like I am, it's gonna be probably at least another month before gyms open back up. And it's going to be even longer before things even start to kind of resemble the way things were before things shut down. I know, it's not optimal, but optimal is a moving target based on the situation that we're in. So here we go. Tip number one. Tip number one is have a goal. It seems almost too simple to mention, right? Everybody always talks about having a goal, but how often are you motivated to do something consistently just because? Like, yeah, every once in a while you get a wild hair up your ass and you think, oh, maybe I'll go and do this thing. But you don't revisit it again and again and again. And you know that to be fit and to reach your fitness goals, you need to be consistent with it. Having some kind of purpose behind your training is gonna help you on those days where you just don't feel super motivated to train. So when that happens, and that's going to happen because it happens to everybody, you're not gonna have to rely so much on the fleeting motivation that you once had to get the shit done. You're just gonna be able to do it because you know that you have to, because you are connected to a purpose that is so freaking strong that you're gonna do the work. Or you're not. So you find that purpose. Tip number two, stop, just fucking chill. Just fucking chill. Thank you, Christ fucking mighty. Tip number two is don't try to get cute. Simplify, simplify. For most of us, that's probably gonna mean a lot of body weight training, and that's just what it's gonna be for now. Like, can you do these fancy exercises with cans and water bottles as your weights and try to mimic traditional gym movements? Yeah, you can, but it's probably not going to be worth the effort. Like, you're just not going to be able to create the resistance that you're going to need to do anything with canned food or a water bottle. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, it's cool in theory, but you can find the intensity elsewhere. You can be surprised how much you can challenge yourself with body weight only. Like, no props, no special equipment, nothing. If you're looking for some ideas on that, Chip Conrad from Body Prep Fitness has some really good content that he's putting out on his Facebook. I think it might also be on YouTube, so just look at Body Prep Fitness. Or go to GMB. They have a really tried and true great bodyweight programs that I've gone through myself, gotten a lot of benefit from in terms of improving my upper body strength, my overall shoulder mobility, shoulder health, hip mobility, flexibility, whatever buzzwords you want to use around that. A lot of cool stuff that you can do, a lot of fundamental movements that you can use to expand your toolbox so that you can not only use it now, but use it going forward in the future when gyms are back open and you want to kind of supplement your normal training with stuff that's going to help you build skills, build just good general overall strength and healthy joints and that sort of stuff. Tip number three, know when you are going to train every week. Chances are, especially if you're watching this, you probably have more free time now than you had maybe ever, except for when you were a kid. And use that time. Schedule your workouts in. Don't just let it be a sort of thing where you're gonna say oh yeah, I'll work out at some point this week, without actually knowing when it's gonna be. Because if you don't schedule it in, it's probably not gonna happen. As best you can, set a consistent training schedule. It doesn't have to necessarily be the same time every day, but look at your week, plan it out, write it in your freaking calendar. This is my workout time. Build that habit now. Build it now when it's easy, so that when life starts to normalize again, you have that habit, you've planted that seed. You're starting to ingrain that healthy habit. Tip number four. Dude, can I talk? No, I wouldn't ask you to talk. Tip number four is know what you're going to train. It's important to know when you're going to train, but it's also important to know what you're going to train. Are you just gonna show up every day and do whatever you feel like? Because yeah, that's better than nothing, but it's not very sustainable long term. You're just not gonna get the return on an investment that you're putting in. I've done that before. I've just showed up at the gym and be I'm gonna train whatever the hell I feel like today. And yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's not as good because there's a spectrum of bad good, better, best, you know. So whether that's showing up to a gym that's hosting Instagram live classes or Facebook live classes or Zoom classes or something like that with somebody who knows what they're doing, or sitting down and structuring your own training program or getting help from a friend who knows how to do that and just kind of structuring a training program, know what the hell you're training. Tip number 5. Tip 5 is, unless you're super advanced, don't mix your cardio and strength training, because your weak link is going to prevent you from getting, like, really excelling at everything. So, dude! Good boy. Because your weak link is going to prevent you from excelling at the other thing. So if your muscular strength is not up to par with your cardiovascular endurance, which is the case for a lot of people who do a lot of cardio, let's say you're doing a long circuit workout and you've got push-ups and you've got squat jumps and you've got lunges and split squat jumps and all that sort of stuff, and your cardio is great, but your muscular strength is not, like, one, your form is going to break down really quickly, and that's just a recipe for getting really, really tired without actually accomplishing anything. And you're not going to progress at the rate you should, or the rate that you could be if you were separating those things out and getting proficient in those strength skills first before integrating the two of them. And you might get hurt. I've done that before. Yeah, you'll feel tired, but you're not going to actually develop at the rate you should. And just because you're getting tired in a workout doesn't mean that it's a good workout. Just because you're laid out in a pool of sweat and breathing hard by the end of it doesn't mean that it was effective. Effective for what? Effective at making you tired? Sure, but being tired and actually making progress, making gains, not the same thing. So there's some correlation, but there's not a causation there. You can get really, really tired by doing 100 burpees in a row. It's not going to make you better over time, except at doing 100 burpees in a row. And if that's a skill you want to develop because you're in some kind of burpee competition, cool. But bottom line is, unless you're super adept at, especially the strength movements, squats, push-ups, lunges, whatever you have access to be able to do with what you have now, don't mix them. Like, separate them out, do them both because they're both important, but let them flourish on their own and then integrate them. Bonus tip number 6. Have fun with it. Dude, you were developing your relationship with your body here. You were forging your mind and body and your spirit and your will, and you were just making yourself a better version of yourself through fitness training. It doesn't have to be something that just breaks you down. It should be something that's building you up. And it should be something that you can enjoy doing because you enjoy the process of forging yourself. You enjoy the process of getting stronger. You enjoy it for that sake because that's what makes you alive. That's what makes you human. Not because you want a fucking six-pack or whatever dumb shit some stupid fucking fitness influencer tells you to want. Enjoy this one fucking process, motherfucker, because this is the one body you get. This is the process that you take to get there. It's your journey. You enjoy it how you want to. Hopefully these tips are helpful for you. I'm gonna go play with my dog now. Peace.